Halloween Kills. You know, uh, I'm gonna move it from a B minus to a B plus. It's hard to be that middle part of that trilogy. They really only had it's how it is. They have the material for 2 movies, and they're gonna make it 3 because guys like me are gonna spend the money. Hey, it's okay. So I get it, but I think it does what it needs to advance the plot, and then we get extra killing. It's in the title, Halloween Kills. Hey, this is Iger. This is Chip. Here, Chip, you get out. Come here, guys. Anywho, it does exactly what it needs to do in the framework of if you're making a trilogy. It lets Michael be Michael. He gets to kill a lot of people. He gets to. I still do like how he still plays his tricks, and he gets to kind of just shine as being, Michael Myers. It's kind of a shame Laurie is kind of sidelined at the hospital, but her daughters take over in that aspect, and mixed results, shall we say? But yeah, I do like how they incorporated the people of the past movie. The Lonnies, the Tommy Doyles, all of them. And it's pretty crazy that, lots of them ain't around, if you know what I mean, after the movie's done. Let's get the biggest, awesomest thing out of the way. The flashback scenes to 1978 are absolutely perfect. Man, if they could have just made Halloween 2 like that, like literally, hey, let's just make Halloween 1.5. Let's see, made that into a chase type of thing. Man, that would have been killer. But hey, we got a good 15-20 minutes of it. If that poor officer has to live with a lot of unfortunate pain, so he understands Laurie's perspective of not being able to do enough, not being able to get him. Tommy Doyle's arc is, it kind of shows. I think with all those characters, it, for the most part, it shows what can happen if you were the victim of that. Some go off and be violent. Some try and calm everybody down. Some try and some are just stuck in fear. So Tommy's arc is perfectly fine. I do appreciate that it kind of goes back to 4, where a bunch of drunk rednecks go out and start looking for him, and bad things happen. Mob mentality is kind of a central plot point in the middle part of the movie, and it's something we've had to deal with, and I won't get too much into that, but it's I think the movie covers a lot, but it covers a lot of stuff, but the key parts of it that advance the plot are A+. It's the other things that kind of drag it down to just being a B+. It's a little the middle of it slows down a little bit, unfortunately, but the dialogue is still crisp and funny. The Big John and Little John are awesome. Awesome characters. So are the elderly couple with the drone at the beginning. You can tell it's still make sure that the poor victims are at least interesting in this one. You can't say that no one in that got killed in this movie was just some throwaway. So yeah. This is the second full time I've watched it through. Actually, I started it last year after it came out on Peacock the same time as it did in theaters, and I want to make sure I see it in theaters first, and then I started watching it at home a couple days later just to kind of recap it. And it's just things happened last year. I didn't get to finish it, so I sat down and watched it, and I can say that in this world of technology, we have phones and watches and computers all around us. The movie kept my interest throughout. I didn't, pause it to go do something else or have it on the background. So that in itself is kind of it gets a big pass purely for that because, quite truthfully, let's be realistic. The 4, 5s, and 6s, Resurrections, you could be multitasking while watching those, and maybe it's better, so you don't have to watch the whole thing. Fold laundry while you're watching 5, and it might be a better movie. But anywho, kind of dragging on that point. I would say Halloween 2018 is a solid A. Solid A. This is a solid B+. It's a little slow in the middle, and the hospital stuff kind of drags it down to a level of just a B+. But, in the span of things, if you're thinking that Halloween is an S, and Halloween 2018 is a B, then it's not too bad considering. I know it got kind of panned by the critics. I think it has like a 39 on Rotten Tomatoes. But let's be realistic. Horror movies aren't made... It's not The Godfather here, people. This is not The Godfather 2. This is Halloween Kills, the Halloween 2 of this trilogy. It doesn't have to be Citizen Kane. It did what it set out to do. You saw Michael kill a lot of people. You got to see how people react to that, him being back. You got to see the past and what immediately happened afterwards, because obviously in 2018 he was caught. They say that officer stopped Loomis from killing him, so it's good to see that stuff. Again, absolute perfection on those flashback scenes. Man, so good. So good. But anyway, I think it's a solid B+. What do you all think? I'm excited. I secured my early showing tickets on the 13th to see it at 6:30 p.m., so I'm really excited to get to see it. And I'm going to turn my phone off probably on Thursday just so the spoilers don't start coming out. And I don't care. It might get critically panned again, but it's Halloween. Again, these movies are supposed to be fun. Fun, not Citizen Kane. These are fun movies. They're supposed to give you a little scare. You're supposed to enjoy them. Supposed to get you ready for Halloween. And it's going to have awesome John Carpenter music. And it's going to have funny jokes from that team. And it'll be well directed and well cast and well acted. So what are we going to do? It's going to be as good as you want it to be. Happy Halloween. I can't wait. And you know what? I've decided not to watch the 2 Rob Zombie Halloweens because they don't really have anything to do with any of this. The other movies, they've taken from little bits. So I've just decided, like I said, this is supposed to be fun. I'm not going to have fun watching those movies. That just seems like an assignment, so I'm not going to do it. Maybe one day I'll watch those. Maybe before Halloween. I don't know. I'll put reviews up if I do watch them. But anywho, you all have a wonderful evening. I'm excited this week. This is like getting 2 Halloweens. We get Halloween Ends, and we get the real Halloween. So you all have yourselves a wonderful afternoon. Happy Halloween, and tell me what you think. Are you excited about Halloween Ends, or you just kind of want this thing to be done and let them just sit on this property for a while? You know they're going to start making more Halloween movies eventually. They'll probably do a full reboot next time again. But tell me what you think. I'm excited. You all have a wonderful afternoon. This is Iger, if I didn't say. He's a good boy. Take care.